One of the most popular game modes in the WWE Games franchise over the last 10 years has been a little mode known as Universe Mode. This is a mode that throws the player into a pro wrestling themed sandbox, allowing them to create and customize their own weekly wrestling shows and monthly pay-per-views, almost down to a T. This mode in itself has been one of the reasons why the WWE 2K franchise has managed to get and maintain such a large presence and community online. However, due to a variety of reasons, the future of this game mode isn't looking so positive. With that being said, my name is Cameron Bash and welcome back to the Movement channel, where today we're going to be discussing the possibility that Universe Mode may be cut from WWE 2K23. Now, if you're someone who has tried to play Universe Mode in WWE 2K22, then a lot of what I'm about to say isn't going to come as any surprise to you. But to put it bluntly, it's just been a complete and utter mess for the most part for most people who have tried to enjoy this mode as part of this year's edition of the WWE Games franchise. It wasn't always like this when it came to 2K22, however, as if we look back to before this game even came out, there was actually a lot of hope and excitement for Universe Mode inside of this year's game. Most of that hype was coming from an extension to the mode called Superstar Mode, which on the surface level was presented to us almost like a career mode from past wrestling games, where instead of you needing to focus on every single aspect of all of the shows within a Universe Mode, you could simply just focus on your solo superstar's journey, only taking part in the stuff that they were involved in. Well, the hype for this dried up pretty quickly shortly after 2K22 was released, as it became apparent to the community that there just really wasn't anything new within this Superstar Mode. It was the same old Universe Mode we were used to, with the same old cutscenes that had come from every other game from before, only it was limited to just one superstar. So you know how sometimes you can get caught in those loops within Universe Mode, where the game thinks a good feud involves people facing the same person 12 weeks in a row because it's based on modern day mid-card WWE booking? Well, all of that same stuff happened in Superstar Mode as well, and ultimately, it's these same little things that have been affecting the overall Universe Mode experience for years now. It's the same mode, with the same systems, year after year. Seriously. You could pick up SmackDown vs Raw 2011, the game where Universe Mode was first introduced, and you could have yourself a pretty identical one-to-one experience with that version as you can with WWE 2K22 today. That should show you how much innovation this mode has received in such a vast amount of time. But WWE 2K22's Universe Mode really took a nosedive in terms of the quality it had compared to everything else that this game is offering. Not everyone likes my faction, but it works. Not everyone likes my GM mode, but it works. But that same thing can't be said about Universe Mode because the reality is, this mode just doesn't work for a very large and vocal part of our community. Whether it's issues with getting the mode started, or hiccups that occur along the way which render your playthroughs useless, or not being able to cash in money in the bank, or not being able to correctly save edits to your superstars. The list of issues that this mode has just goes on and on and on, and for some reason, they've just gone mostly unaddressed by 2K. Patch after patch, issues that Universe Mode has faced since day one just don't get fixed. And at this point in time, now that we've had the final DLC for 2K22 and likely the final major patch to go along with it, I think it's pretty safe to say, at least from our perspective, that this is a mode that has been abandoned. 2K have seemingly given Universe Mode all of the attention that they cared to give to this year's installment of the franchise, and with how bad it was on day one versus how bad it is now 4 months in, especially when you compare it to the quality of previous year's games, I think you can see why we consider 2K22's version of Universe Mode as an abandoned mode. So, where does that leave Universe Mode? Realistically, based on the support, or rather lack thereof, that Universe has received in 2K22, we believe that the mode is likely going to go down one of two paths. Path number one would be the path in which 2K has decided not to support the mode in WWE 2K22 because they actually want fans to start forgetting about this mode altogether as they move on from the idea in future editions of the WWE Games franchise. Coming into WWE 2K22, it was obviously important to them to try a lot of new things, to try and win back that trust from the wider community. That is why we saw first-time modes for the WWE 2K franchise, such as My Rise, My GM and My Faction, and it's likely that headed into WWE 2K23, they'll want to keep new modes coming. Not supporting Universe mode during 2K22's life cycle is perhaps their way of telling us that this isn't a priority for them anymore, and it won't be something returning in WWE 2K23. However, on the flip side of that, path number 2 would be the path in which 2K has decided not to support the mode too much in 2K22 because they are actually planning a massive revamp and expansion to the mode in WWE 2K23. One of the biggest issues that the franchise has traditionally faced is this issue of being a yearly release, meaning that the team that works on this franchise is spread thin not only between working on the next game, but also supporting and updating the current game. Every single mode in WWE 2K22 has received some pretty significant fixes at one point or another, with a lot of modes even getting patches that add an extra little bit of content to them. But Universe mode has only received the bare necessities, and even in some cases, not even that. It's really strange to see a AAA developer like 2K just abandon a core mode of one of their franchises like this, and honestly, I really can't see it being for any other reason than the two paths I've just laid out here. So, what do you guys think of all this? Do you think 2K are getting rid of Universe mode from the WWE Games franchise and that's why it's not been supported in 2K22? Or do you think that the lack of support in this game is an indication of bigger things to come as they focus all of the resources into that? I would love to hear all of your thoughts on this in the comment section down below, and while you're down there, don't forget to drop a like on the video and subscribe for more WWE 2K22 and 2K23 content. Thank you very much for watching this video, and we'll see you soon for another one. Peace.
Oh, come on, what the hell is going on here? Wait, no, that's impossible. No, what the hell is he doing here?